Hey everyone, I'm Beth with Witchy Tings and Crafty Things, and thanks for joining me for another video. I'm starting a new segment called Big Mood Monday, and today is the first video. The goal is to share some hope and some clarity with everyone, because I feel that right now we're all feeling stressed and tired and we don't know where to turn to help get some clarity. So let's get started. Today's big mood is overwhelmed. I think that this is the first thing that we should talk about in this time. The official definition of overwhelmed is to feel overpowered in thought and feeling. And I think that that is spot on with how we all are. I'm seeing it online and on the news, and none of us know what to do with these feelings. We're just carrying them around and sharing them online and not helping anybody with anything. So let's jump in and let's work through this together. Being overwhelmed can manifest in many different ways. You could be feeling anxious, hopeless, scared, angry. You could be having panic attacks. You may have withdrawn from your people entirely. These are all perfectly normal feelings that come with being overwhelmed. You may feel all of these things at the same time and not understand how to deal with it. Let's go through some steps to help us manage our feelings of overwhelmed and hopefully be able to move through them and start to take action so that we don't feel that way anymore. The first thing that you can do is accept yourself. I know that this is going to be hard to do. None of us like to feel like we're being weak by having these mental health issues. But I need you to know that we are all going through it, and you can accept yourself for the struggles that you're having right now. Being constantly pounded with all of the terrible things that are happening in the world via our social media causes us to feel trauma as well, even if you're not there being directly affected by the disasters. Next, try to generate some alternative thoughts. Try to remember things that used to make you happy before you felt so overwhelmed. Try to find things that can make you smile again, even when you're feeling so angry or sad or scared. Next sounds like the easiest, most basic one, but is one we all forget to do. Take a second and take some deep breaths. Sounds like nothing, but really you're centering your body again and giving your brain a break. If you just focus on breathing in and breathing out multiple times a day, you're giving your body a chance to recuperate. So stop right now. We're going to close our eyes and we're going to take 5 deep breaths right now. Perfect. You just took one step to help yourself stop from feeling as overwhelmed. So now that you've taken the steps to accept yourself, to ground yourself, to breathe through the problems and generate new thoughts, it's time to take action. It's time to take steps to prevent whatever it was that was overwhelming you from happening again. To start with, you may seek counseling or see a doctor, just in case this is a deeper mental health problem that you need help with. There is no shame in that. Everybody needs help sometimes, and seeking counseling can benefit everybody. I truly believe that your algorithm online could be sabotaging your mental health. I speak from experience as someone who got so caught up in things online and news stories and videos that I forgot how to be happy and appreciate the things that are around me, which caused me to be a less effective activist. This may be happening to you as well, and that's okay. I sought help, and I started to get better, and you can too. I'm going to give you an affirmation for this week, and I hope that you repeat it to yourself regularly, especially when you're taking your deep breaths, just to remind yourself. I am learning to ask for help when I need it. This is a long one, and I know that it's not the easiest to remember or just catch in your brain, but it's so important to seek the help before you get to a point where you're unable to. You could be predisposed to having panic attacks or to separating yourself entirely once the overwhelmed feeling becomes too much. And it is important to call a crisis line or call someone who can help you before you get to that point where you're in total crisis. I want you to remember this week that so many of us are going through the same thing. Don't be embarrassed or feel ashamed for feeling these things. You may not be in those places physically, but your pain is still valid. And until your pain is able to be dealt with, you are not able to help those people who are there. So take some time, look for help, take deep breaths. This is our first Big Mood Monday, but I hope that I've been able to give you some tools. And I will see you again next week for hopefully a big mood that's not so intense and scary. I'm with you, I love you, be well this week. Beth with Witchy Things and Crafty Things. We'll talk again soon.